Okay, guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. The name should be good now. Yeah, this looks like we're gonna have a Warrior of Light mirror. I don't know if one of them is running the Bart variant. See if I can find those deck lists for you guys. Yeah, sorry, the UI was just a little bit behind. Takes me a second to find all the names. We're using the same computer for a lot of different things today, so I appreciate your patience, everybody. Trying to find those deck lists. Okay, it looks like we started off with a Lunafreya LB right away. I suppose we use that for the Krill, or Cryo. A lot of people pronounce it differently. Sorry for the follow notifications. Let me see if I can disable that sound for you guys. They're too loud. Alert box, I suppose. Seguidores. Yeah. All right. Hopefully there will be no more jump scares. If there are, I'm sorry. It's not my stream lab, so I don't know. I don't want to mess with too many things. I did try to mute it though. Okay, looks like we basically have, as you guys already said, a mirror. Both have Cryo already on the field, and a Lena and a Lunith, so we're matching for the amount of Warriors of Light that are on the field. Although we do have the Cecil coming in from Dragon, that's going to make things cost a little bit more for Squalo here. We'll see if that has much of an effect, or if he's able to play around it a bit, or get rid of the Cecil fairly quickly. Okay, we're going to reveal, I believe, 5 here. Yeah, we're going to take the Warrior of Light multicolor. Still too early for it to see play, but it's always good to have it in the hand. So we've got the Refia, we've got the Warrior of Light multicolor in hand for Squalo. And we're going to attack with the Cecil. And we're going to start off with an X-Burst. Can't say that I'm too surprised considering they're both playing walls, so likely going to see tons of those. So let's try to make sure that we did drag and draw off that. I didn't see. Let's assume he did. Cool. Thank you, guys. Okay, going to search out the King Tycoon, which then is going to search out probably the Ferris. Oh, did I see a Ferris in his hand? All right, dumping a Fire Lunith. Oh, we're gonna pay 6 here. We're paying 6. We're gonna search 2 with Sarah, assuming we don't see an Amaterasu. Yeah. It's always nice when you can get the Sarah out free without, well, not free, but without having any hiccups along the way. Quite a powerful card with this deck. Gives you all the pieces that you might be missing. So we've got so Squalo, I believe, has Ferris, Arc, Warrior of Light, 4 multi-element, Refia, and maybe one other card in hand. So all the pieces are there. I'm going to ditch the Ferris, or okay, we're going to play the Arc. Let's see what we get. Not, well, yeah, I was going to say maybe the Tyro makes the most sense here, just to give us another chance to search the deck for whatever pieces we might be missing. Want to get these important chess pieces on the field as early as possible. See what Dragon responds with. Probably something very similar. Can't imagine the game plan will be too different. Get the Warriors of Light on the field, get the Refia active, and start spinning. We're going to attack, we're going to block. And we're going to pull out the Refia straight onto the field. I don't know if attacking with the Cecil was the best idea there. Don't know if maybe he wasn't expecting Squalo to block, or he... Well, let's see. I'm going to play the Shantoto. Okay. Perhaps that was the plan. Force out the Refia, play from the break zone, and Shantoto. Get the Cecil on. We're going to take the damage. The Bernilder. We're going to go ahead and discard the Cecil and look for the Wind Cecil, I suppose, is going to be the play, right? So wipe the board and then reset the board with the same Cecil that was on the field before. Yeah, I don't know if this was in plan or if this is a reaction to what happened. But in the end, he gets a backup on. He cleans the board. He gets the exact Cecil he had that he murdered with the Shantoto, and he gets his Refia. So in the end, not a bad play. Maybe a bit expensive. I think this will be a race to see who can get properly set up first. So maybe cleaning that was a good call. Okay, we're gonna play the Tyro, I suppose. I think he still has a Refia in hand, so would be surprised. Okay, I'm gonna search an Arc. I'm gonna pass turn. So he does have an Amaterasu in hand. He does have the Lunith backup ready, just in case he doesn't have another fire card in hand. The Amaterasu is live. And obviously, the nice thing about the Amaterasu is that it won't get triggered by Cecil's ability because it's not actually choosing a forward, it's choosing the auto ability. Because that Cecil can definitely be quite annoying. More annoying in the Una decks when you can get taxed on top of the Cecil by the Una. But here, see if Squalo can find a way around it. I haven't found their deck list yet. Trying to take a look while watching the match to see if Squalo is also carrying, if it's an exact mirror or if they're slightly different. Okay, I found dragons. Let's see. Squalo. Oh man, some people's handwriting list here. I don't know why the judge accepted them because they are very difficult to read. But hey, if the judge can read it, that's all that really, and the player, that's all that really matters. The don't think Squalo put Squalo on his deck list, and I don't know his first name. Okay, what have I missed? Let's see. We've got the Bash came on. We're Amaterasing the Bash, obviously, right? To prevent the search. He already took the damage from the... Okay, so we missed the damage. So what are we waiting here? Are we looking for a response to the Amaterasu? All right, we're gonna let it resolve. Okay, I found Squalo's list. Yeah, that makes sense. Throw the Mist Dragon maybe. All right, let's see. So Squalo he has 2 Bashes, 2 Arcs, the Light Wall, which we've already seen, 3 Mist Dragons, 2 Remoras. He has 1 Shentoto and 1 Hecton Share in the Zidanes, but he does not have a Cecil. Dragon has 2 Cecils. This is the second one that's already there, so there is not a third one. There are 3 Earth Cecils and 2 Wind Cecils, but everything else is very, very similar. 2 Shantotos. So Dragon got a bit more aggression in his summons. He has Brahilders, whereas Squalo does not. So yeah, there are some slight differences here between the lists. See how this develops. So we've played the Leo from the limit break. We discarded the Shantoto limit break. So suppose we won't be seeing another Shantoto from Dragon. There is 1 more backup in the deck, but I don't see it. I don't foresee it being played. With the name clash as well, I don't see the backup going anywhere. So we're just gonna play again with the Luna Freya from the limit break and spin the wheel. Let's see what X bursts we're looking for. Any of the X bursts in these decks are good. They will get you a card. Always fun to... if you're playing aggro, it can be very... what's the word? Disheartening to see walls pull 3 or 4 limit X bursts right off the bat. And there we go. 1 X burst, 2 X bursts, 2 X bursts. Let's see which card he wants to take. I guess if you already have the Refia, well, the Claris is already on the field. The Shantoto is already on the field. The Lunith is fire. He's gonna take the X burst. Yeah. And then we'll go for the wind backup. We had a King Tycoon at the beginning, right? We must have used it to pay for something. Just update this damage. I missed the self damage that we had earlier. There we go. So we've got the Refia. We can start spinning. There are 4. But of course, whichever one that we choose, we're gonna have to pay. Unfortunately, thanks to that Cecil being on the field. Now, looking at Squalo's deck list, I don't know what response he really has to the Cecil. He's got a Bossler in the deck, but what's that Bossler do? Search one job king, and to cast your next forward is 2 less. Okay. Okay, so I guess so we Kuchu Lane, we draw. We give ourselves a window of opportunity here. Get rid of the other King Tycoon, so still not going up to 5 backups. Play the Arc. Reveal 5. That is the only Porum that Dragon's got in the deck. If he wants to keep blanking, he's giving this one a bit of a think. Is he gonna go the Sarah? He's got a Brynhildr, a Tyro in hand. If he goes the Sarah, would Squalo use the Amaterasu on the Sarah? It would be quote-unquote free. He wouldn't have to pay from hand. Right, so we are going to see we're paying. We're going to revive with the Lena. Okay, so we're using the Lena special here to bring back Refia, and we're going to miss Dragon. Yep. And passing turn, I think. Nope, we're going to attack. We're going to attack first. Hitting with the Cecil. We're going to draw another Express. We're going to. Interesting. So we've blanked the Cecil. Do we want to use this as an opportunity? Hitting with the Luna Freya, who's going to pass. No Express on this one. Hitting with the Leo, we're going to block. Leo's gone. And we're going to Brynhildr the Refia. That'll be a draw for Dragon. And pass turn. Yeah. We are at 4 damage now for Squalo. As we keep going with this Refia mirror. Just adjusting how we're going to pay here. Arc. Bring back the Refia. Pay 3. It's gonna be the Ferris, yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Doesn't choose target, and yeah. Well, anyway, we'll just spin the Cecil, pay the cost. It's a Tyro we had in hand already. Not gonna play it, and it's not gonna serve us from any experts, so never too bad to pay the Cecil cost with a backup that you don't need. And that's gonna be the Ferris damage, kicking the Arc. Getting the Warrior of Light, reactivating, and drawing. Will we see another play before the end of turn? Yeah, I'm gonna look into the limit break. Ah, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna use the limit break Warrior of Light, which, if I'm not mistaken, means that all abilities have to select Warrior of Light, and any damage from abilities for the other forwards on the field is 0. So that will protect those other Warriors of Light from any sort of incoming damage until that one leaves the field. Interesting, though, because he does have the multi-element Warrior of Light in hand. I guess he just wasn't comfortable putting that one out. Or perhaps he wants to force out an ability to get that will get rid of the limit break Warrior of Light and then follow up with the multicolor. It's interesting how these mirror Refia matches can just turn on their heads. They're wiping and resetting tables. Okay, so we're gonna do the other Cecil play, I think, but I think the other win Cecil is. Does he have a third? I think he only has. I think he only has 2. Is the win Cecil from Opus 20 or is the win Cecil from Opus 16? Yeah, he only has 2 win Cecils. Because it's from Opus 16. He has 3 from Opus 20, which is the Earth one. So we're not gonna be able to play win Cecil again. But I don't know if Squalo knows that. Okay, we're just gonna throw out another limit break Warrior of Light to replace the one that we lost. Something I do whenever I play my Vikings deck is I can just, anytime you get rid of it, I just throw another one out there, obviously until I've exhausted them all. But it does buy a lot of time. It does give you opportunity to set up whatever you need while your opponent has to deal with that Warrior of Light. Protects his Warriors of Light from Dragon's Ferris. I don't think. Okay, so Dragon does have 1 limit break Warrior of Light, but I don't know if he's already discarded it or not. Don't know if we'll see that exact mirror play out here. It does feel a little bit that Dragon kind of put himself maybe a little bit behind in economy at the beginning with those Cecil plays and the Shantoto. And the fact that he didn't get a 5th backup until now. He had opportunities, but he went with some, I think, slightly more aggressive plays, which I don't know is going to end up hurting him this game. Feels like it. Okay, now we're just spinning. Spin, spin, spin. So there is no... Okay, there is another one, but I was pretty sure that I saw 2 already. Unless the deck list is wrong. Or I'm wrong, probably. Probably not them. It's probably me. But I think if you're Squalo here, you're okay paying the Cecil cost at this point. I mean, you know, we're fairly deep into the game now where just an extra 2 is not going to hurt that much in the grand scheme of things. Here we've got another Lena for a special if we need it. Refia's already on the field, so I think it's just an insurance policy at this point. Attacking with the Refia. And spinning the Cecil. We're going to pay. We have plenty of cards in our hand. We pay the, was it the Bossler? Yeah, I think that's the Bossler, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so spinning Cecil. Ah, that's what I missed. Sorry, we spun the last Cecil, so there was another one in the deck. Okay. So now we're going to Amaterasu the effect of Refia. She goes. We will just bring her back with the Lena. Likely soon. I'm gonna check the break zone here. Let's see what potentially Dragon could revive himself, which leads me to believe that Squalo is thinking of reviving here. He just wants to make sure his opponent can't do the same thing, or at least be prepared for it. All right, passing turn. Think we might get a bit of a long think on this turn. The next play is probably pretty vital to the result of this match. Just gonna check the limit break. What is he worried about? I mean, the limit break's all been used. There's no more payment card left. There's just that one there. So there's no worry of another Warrior of Light limit break coming on. Gonna pay 3. What is this gonna be? Is it gonna be a cloud, perhaps? Okay, it's gonna be Zach. Have to target that Warrior of Light, but in response, we're gonna ping with the Refia. The Ferris. We're gonna turn. Well, okay, so we're gonna turn the Warrior of Light to try to kill the other Warrior of Light. In response, we're going to bring back the Refia, and then we're going to spin the Warrior of Light to the bottom of the deck. Warrior of Light limit break does die. But that just leaves Dragon with just the Zac on the board. I think he's in a pretty tough spot here. The spins have happened. Right, okay, we're just gonna, basically free play that Warrior of Light, draw. We've got 5 attackers here. We're gonna play the Zidane with haste. We're gonna get rid of probably, we're gonna let him keep it actually. Doesn't really matter. I think this game is wrapped up here. We're gonna attack, we're gonna ping it, it's gone, and now we go for, there's no crazy experts. I think we are wrapping up this game 1 of the mirror. Slightly different Refia decks. I want to say Dragon was just playing a little bit more aggressive than maybe he should have at the beginning here. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to Amaterasu. Yeah, we're going to Amaterasu the Zidane. Alright. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yep. So that's game 1 for Squalo. Interesting matchup there. Basically, who could get the spinning first, right? That's kind of how those go. But we'll see if those things, if it can change in the next round or the next match. I'm gonna actually edit this round, so we can say 0-1. So you guys can see the score of the best of 3. Hopefully that's clear to everyone that we're in round 3. Dragondeshiv has lost game 1. Squalo has won game 1, so that's why there's a 0-1 there. Hopefully that's clear to everybody. Moving into game 2, I expect it's going to be more of the same. Don't think it's going to be that interesting of a match. We basically know how this is going to go. But the experts could flip this in the favor of either one of them. Whoever's got more resources the quickest and gets Refia on the field is likely to take control of this. If there's any decks that you guys are interested in seeing, let me know. I can get some of them on stream. If you guys want to see a Yuna deck, if you guys want to see more monsters, we have I know there's a Scions deck that might be interesting. There is, what am I looking at here? Mono Fire. Oh no, this is Ice Fire. Yeah, it's an Ice Fire with Gilgamesh, Axtar. We've got some warriors. We've got knights. We haven't seen knights yet. So yeah, chat, if you guys are interested, there's a Cat 8 deck here. We've got a Noctis. No, that's just trolling. There's no Noctis in this deck. It's called Noctis Turbo. There's not a Noctis. We have a Braska deck. I don't know. It was a Siren Braska. I don't know how that deck is holding up, but that could be interesting. More Warrior of Light, more Warrior of Light, Mono Fire. Sorry, Witch, Fire, Yuna, more Witch, Warrior of Light, Yuna, Mono Earth, Mono Fire, Fire Warriors. So Water Fire, yeah. This is a another Scions deck with Estinian. This is an interesting one. It's a mono lightning deck using the Sidolphus. We've got the Morsays are here as well. There's some variety. We got the Viking version of Yuna, I believe. Yeah, Viking Yuna with Galuf. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing anything, a Yuna matchup, all right, man. I'll see if I can make that happen. All right, so Squalo right off the bat has got 4 backups. Dragon right off the bat has 4 backups. Yeah, Dragon's strategy is Cecil. But Squalo's already got the Refia in hand, so Warrior of Light, reactivate, draw. I think that's a Lena. Yeah. So that's good. He can play something from the break zone. Gonna play Zidane. So I'm probably gonna kick the Amaterasu. Maybe the Shantoto. Or the Mist Dragon. There's a lot of good cards here. Yeah, it's gonna be the Amaterasu. I think that makes the most sense. There is also a Final Fantasy 13 deck. Well, I think he's 2-0 right now. The Final Fantasy 13 deck. So that might be interesting to have on stream as well. Let's see if I can make that happen. If it's Yuna versus 13, that could be the perfect line matchup. Some interesting decks there. But yeah, looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of the same guys. Mono Fire, Warrior of Light, Witch, No one's brought a mill deck. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's similar decks that we've seen in other Materia Cups. Um, all right, so we got the bash here. Going to take the damage. So 3 damage to 1. This one is playing out a little bit different from the last matchup. Dragon, well, actually, maybe not. Dragon also started pretty aggro last time around, and he's done something similar, although he wasn't forced to start with the Cecil out. It gives him a little bit more option to play around. We're gonna pitch the Zidane. Oh, how we want to pay for this? We're gonna play the Ferris, I think. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, gonna be the Ferris. Paying basically 3 fire there with Zidane and Tyro. Searching the arc off the Ferris. We're going to play the arc that we looked for, I believe, right? Yeah. Gonna revive with the Refia. And start spinning some cards. Pretty quick setup here. I mean, we went for the bash, searched into the Ferris, Ferris into the arc, play the arc, bring back the Refia. We reactivated some backups on the way. Here we go. We're gonna spin 4. We're gonna send maybe this. Well, this if you do the Cecil, it's gonna get rid of the Warrior Light to the bottom of the deck, I guess. If we choose the Cecil here, yeah, we'll do 5,000. If we do the Cecil's just gonna search the other Cecil. Reactivate draw. Maybe play the limit break. Nope. We're gonna. Oh yeah, I don't know. Did we Ferris trigger? Let me double check that. Yeah. So for it's an MA action. It's not obligatory, and for whatever reason, oh no, it is obligatory, right? When Ferris is dropped, deal it 3,000 damage. It's mandatory. Well, I'm not the judge. I told them, did you activate? He told me he activated, and then both players seem okay with what happened, so we'll continue. Okay, we're gonna draw a card here. I think you guys are right, though. I think the fairest trigger, it's mandatory. Choose up to 1 forward. So technically, no, it's not mandatory, right? You can choose 0. So yeah, he should have done it to kill it, but we didn't break any rules, so we're good. Maybe he just did some bad math on in the spur of the moment. All right, yeah. So here comes that Warrior of Light limit break. I think honestly, this is what is maybe separating the two decks to an extent. Dragon is really relying on that Wind Cecil to punish the opponent, but Squalo is playing around it pretty well. Because so Squalo's basically been able to use the bash to find the cards that he needs. Yeah, so this Ferris is not gonna do anything. Yeah, and then he's just gonna play another one if you kill it. So okay, what is this? Bringing back the Zidane and then playing it immediately? No, okay, bringing back the Zidane, paying the Tyro for the Kusith to bring back the Zidane. Passing turn. I suppose we'll see that Zidane next turn. So here we go with the Refia. We're going to go to the limit break, and we're going to play our own Warrior of Light. Spin the Refia. Paying 2 from the backups. It does feel like Squalo has control of this game. Can see the plays just feeling a little bit more confident from his side. Looks like Dragon is a lot more reactionary. Here comes Zidane. Just gonna look at the hand. Okay, in reaction, we're going to blank the Refia. So that's fine. I mean, it's just going to buy a turn, maybe. And then likely we'll just reveal the last card. Yeah, so we got an Arc and a Refia. I guess we're just going to pop the Refia. Yeah, Refia is gone. Exiled. We know he's got an Arc. That might be his next play, depending on what he drew. But I think now... I mean, Squalo's almost spoiled for choice here. He's got a full board. He's got 6 cards in hand. He's got to play something. We're going to discard a King Tycoon. Nope. Alright, let's attack first and see what happens. Oh, the Amaterasu. Yeah, that's got to hurt. Taking the damage. The other Cecil's gone. We don't have to worry about once we get rid of this one. Yeah. Won't be another problem. Now we're going to do the play that he wanted to do before. Oh, and he just discarded for hand. Okay, okay. Discard for hand. What could Dragon have top decked here? We know he's got the Arc. Is it a Brunhilde? Yeah, Brunhilde and a Sarah. Brunhilde, Sarah, Arc. The Arc's got to come down, I guess. Oh, no. Okay. We top deck the Warrior of Light. So we'll get that play in. We'll draw. We'll reactivate. Now likely comes the Arc. So we are gonna put up another board here to kind of go against what Squalo has set up. But I think somebody's gonna get spun. So we'll see how this plays out. In the meantime, while Dragons... Okay, what have we done? Alright, so damage. So that's 6. So despite Squalo having a better board, the damages are coming through. We're gonna hit with the Ferris. We're gonna have to block this one. Yeah, so damage goes to 0. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're just explaining that now, that the other forwards cannot receive damage there. Okay, so we've done 1,000 damage to Warrior of Light, Limit Break. Now we're doing 5,000 damage. Still alive. We're going to... Okay, we're going to cancel that. I know that would have killed it, yeah. Because we could have then turned the Warrior of Light. So we're going to save our Limit Break. Warrior of Light. We're going to throw another Brynhilder there. I don't know if this is a good idea. I mean, he's spending quite a lot to get rid of this Warrior of Light that's just likely to come back next turn. It does open him up to do damage now to the rest of the forwards, but yeah, so we're gonna get rid of the Refia as well. it's just 6 damage. Bring in the arc. Just going through the list really quick to see who's playing Yuna. So we could try to get them in our next matchup. There's actually more Yunas than I thought. I think I've got 5 so far. Counted out, almost through the list. Yeah, looks like 5 Yunas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Yunas. 2 that are running Vikings and 4 that are running the Cat 4 package. Okay, so we're going to damage now. Gonna let everything through. Polaris X Burst. Doesn't activate it to avoid the draw. Tyro X Burst. Is he gonna activate this one? He is going to activate it, yeah. Looks like Squalo almost forgot the draw, actually. Dragon had to remind him. Always nice to see friendly play, reminding everyone, about their triggers. So we are gonna hit with the arc. And that will put us at game, right? 3, 6, 7. I know we reactivated the Refia, right? We're not attacking with it. Yeah. And okay, we are. Yeah, and then we're gonna. I think the Refia is protected here. Yep, that's game. Yeah. The Refia was protected by the arc, I believe. So that puts us at 0-2 for Squalo. So in this matchup of Wall Mirror, the wall that was not playing the Cecil package prevailed. So yeah, these not the most exciting games to see because we kind of know how they're going to play out, but we did see some interesting plays. I think Squalo played quite well using the limit break, and I think that was probably the game changer here, that he had 3 Warriors of Light from the limit break, whereas Dragon only had 1. So yeah, awesome guys. Thank you for sticking around for round 3.